Good afternoon and welcome back to a new series of these GCSE videos. So we're going to start with an easy topic for the beginning of a new term. We're going to look at transformations, which you will have done at lower remove. So, and shell and probably entry as well. We're going to look at four types of transformations. Translations, which are really just movements up, down, left and right. And we're going to look at reflections, rotations, and finally enlargements. Okay, so it's worth noting that the first three, they don't change the shape. The object will remain exactly the same. It might change its orientation, but the shape will be the same. So the shape remains what we call congruent. In an enlargement, the shape will change size. Let's begin by looking at translations. So, translations are instructions and they tell you how far right and how far up to move the shape. So let's take an example which should be on your note sheet. Let's call this shape A, and this shape B, this shape C. Notice how, because these were all generated by translations, the shapes remain the same size, they're all congruent, and with translations the orientation doesn't change, so they haven't been rotated or reflected. Okay, so in this exercise, or this video, we're going to describe the transformations from A to B, B to A, and B to C. So if you remember how to do all this, you can pause the video now and describe the transformation from A to B. Okay, so have a think to yourself, how would you do that? Well, A to B, well, it's definitely a translation, so we're going to write that it's a translation. The next thing we want to do is work out how far right and how far up it's gone. So if we put a little cross in the bottom corner of A, and put a little cross in the bottom corner of B in the exact same place, we can look at how far right it's gone. Well, if we count the number of squares it's gone right, it's gone 10 squares right, and it's gone 2 squares up. So we're going to write that in our own mathematical notation. So it's a translation by 10 right and 2 up. This is called a vector. We'll do vectors appear in translations, you may remember them, and we do a whole chapter in vectors towards the end of this academic year. So vectors, this 10 says it's 10 to the right, or in the x direction, and the bottom number there, the 2, says it's 2 up, or in the y direction. Now if you had paused the video, got it wrong, or couldn't remember how to do it, now that we've done one, maybe you can have a look at what the transformation from B to A will be and pause the video now. So B to A. B to A is how far right has it gone? Well, it hasn't gone right, it's gone left. So really we say it's gone negative 10 right. Okay. And how far up has it gone? Well, B to A, it hasn't moved up, it's moved down, and it's moved 2 down, so it's really negative 2 up, or 2 down. So we would say that B to A is a translation by negative 10, because it's gone left, not right, and negative 2 because it's gone down, not up. Okay, next, B to C. So pause the video again, have a go at this if you haven't already. So B to C is obviously another translation. Well, how far right has it gone? From B to C, well, if you look at the x's that have been marked, B to C hasn't moved right at all, it's only moved down, and it's moved down by 8. So we say it's not moved right, and it's moved up negative 8. I'm going to answer one last question, which you're going to do, and I'll check it when I take these in. So I want you to translate C, the object C, by -7, 1, and label this new shape D. So translate C by minus 7, 1, label this new shape D. If you're not sure how to do it, then put an X in the corner where C is and just move that X. So move the X minus 7 to the right, or 7 left, and 1 up. When you do that, you should end up with the X just there. Okay, I'll end this video here, and then we'll move on to another 2 transformations in the next video.